Hey, good evening, everyone. Today I want to cover two topics, explaining your ideas adequately and cohesion. In terms of explaining your ideas adequately, I'm primarily expressing and wanting to address that idea which I included in some of my previous mentionings I'm pretty sure the last video, where sometimes individuals will lack the veritable because behind an idea. They'll just state some of it but not add the because. So let me show you what I mean. Here is a sample sentence here. If we look at it, I think the ideas are really solid. However, it doesn't add enough explanation right after them about why, even just if it's something short. So for instance, we enjoy watching others fail and have their flaws come to light. Okay, now this is a direct quote just from a source, so I realize that personally I think we would make some revisions to the sentence itself, but let's look at the ideas. Alright, now one thing that, for instance, I as a reader would want to say is why? Why is that? Now we continue. Let's have a look. No matter how nice someone may be, they will always hate. Again. Why? We find amusement in hating and it makes us happy. This is closer, but I would want to say why happiness? Okay? Try and address some of those questions. And so, let me see if I can provide a small sample of how we might add a little bit more of an explanation to these ideas, ultimately, so we can follow. Oh my gosh, you're going to love this redemption. It's like a Tosh Web redemption right here, guys. I'm going to have, I don't know, this looks like a train, but watch this. You're going to love this. You're going to be able to follow their train of thought. Oh, yes. Yes. It's a train on a train track. See? Oh man. So, with the why, you'll be able to follow their train of thought more. Let me show you what I mean. Alright, so here's the first part of that previously given piece of writing. Let's edit it a little bit, okay? So, we enjoy watching others fail and have their flaws come to light because it unites us. It unites us in our flawed, I don't know. It unites us in our flaws. That's a little repetitive. We've already said flaws. So let's see. We enjoy watching others fail and have their flaws come to light because it helps us forget the significance of our own shortcomings. Let's see. Well, I'm still not happy with it, but it tries to get at the idea. Let's read it one more time. We enjoy watching others fail and have their flaws come to light because it helps us forget the significance of our own shortcomings. Now, in the original, it had this kind of first-person plural, and I would honestly edit that out. So we might even say individuals. So we could cross that out. Say individuals enjoy watching others fail and have their flaws come to light because it helps them forget the significance of their own shortcomings. Now again, because I'm kind of just trying to play around with this, the pronouns here would start to get a little confusing, as we start having individuals, others, we have there again. So it's kind of, I know my handwriting is like somehow worse with a stylus, but it's the dull point. Look at it, it's the point. It's like that big. I need a stylus point that's like that big. Maybe it'd be better. I don't know. But I'm hoping that what you can see is this is very different than our original here. We enjoy watching others fail and have their flaws come to light, and that's it. Here, at least, we try to work within it without changing too much of the original. Again, just to show you an example, it's like if I just simply rewrote it, you'd be like, oh, Mr. Reed just wants us to write like him. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, let's try to work with what we got here and show what this thought process would be. Again, we want that train of thought. Don't make me draw it again. Okay, I'm going to draw the train tracks to bring you back to it. Look at those. Those are just amazing. I'm going to draw a little train sign, and I know that is that a train sign or a stick figure? I don't know, but I think I saw one on American Pickers, and this would swing back and forth. Oh, wrong way. Ah. Okay, but this right here is not as clear, wouldn't be able to follow it as much as what we have here. It gives us the because, which again, you don't have to use because, you can use other choices, okay? It's not your only choice, there are many others, but it just helps us see this additional bit of explanation right next to the idea to explain it. Now let's look at cohesion. Now cohesion is one of my favorite ideas because there's this really awesome idea that some of you may have heard about that's called the known new contract. Now let's say we have a sentence here, okay? We'll call it just sentence 1 for the sake of it. We have sentence 2 and we have sentence 3. Now, I don't really think it matters exactly what's in these sentences, but let me try and show you visually how this no new contract works. What we might say is that it begins with something known, like, you know, let's assume someone knows a little bit about gardening, and we have garden hoses are needed to water plants or something. So you're kind of like, wow, yeah, I know what a garden hose is, but I didn't know it was needed to water plants. Now, assuming, again, we didn't know that, okay, so I guess we had a limited understanding of gardening. So we started with the hose idea, and then we finished with the new idea of we use it to water plants. And then in our next sentence, we use this same new idea, what previously was a new idea, as the beginning of this next sentence, and it becomes our known idea. Okay, so we might say something like, use water hoses to water plants. When watering plants, here's a new idea, you need to dance the Macarena. Alright, now, wow, I did not know that. Goodness. Macarena. It helps it grow, okay? So we got, you use a hose to water plants. While you're watering plants, you need to dance the Macarena. And when you're dancing the Macarena, you'll lose, oh, I'm sorry, that should be known. Now that it's known, you'll lose weight. Wow, I tell you. Now, again, the cycle here is essentially you use what was known first, and then you end up with a new idea. And the reason why is because you're kind of like, hey reader, hey, come on, let's go for a journey on our train of thought. Let's go. And you're like, yay. And then once you get there and you're sitting at the picnic bench, this is going to be the best picnic bench ever. Okay. Oh, where do I put the legs? I don't know. Oh, it's a flattened picnic bench, but it has board lines. You might say, hi, well, you know, now that we're here at the park, let me tell you about this new idea I have for business. And so it's kind of like, think about it like small talk. It's like, if your sentences begin with known information for your reader, then you bust out the new information later. And if you create this kind of where you have known, new, each time you introduce a new idea, it'll be prefaced by a known idea, and it will make more sense. Let me give you guys a typed example so it's not written on and it's not, you know, with trains of thoughts and poor little nasty picnic benches that look like they were smashed by a 100-hander. Okay, so let me just show you one example here with something other than garden hoses and Macarenas and all of those things. Now, here's a sample, which, I felt like being Steve Jobs for a moment, so I made this up. 2 years after the year of my birth. Oh boy, the 80s. Oh, a lot of hairspray. Let's have a look at the cohesion that's going on here, guys. First of all, we start out with the initial idea. Okay? Computers are becoming smaller and more portable. Despite the decrease in size, decrease in size connects to smaller. Okay? So there's something now that would be known. Alright? So this is now known, and then we follow it with the new idea. And then look at, I say, increase their speed and efficiency. And now look at, this would be a new idea. With faster and more compact computers, boom, that's now known to us. I'll then slap on a new idea, boom, and that is, whoa, supercomputers, palm of their hands, little iPhone. Oh my gosh, that's like the worst iPhone ever. Looks like an iPotato. Yes! iPod. Okay? Instead of an iPod, it's an iPod. Short for potato. iPotato. So, Steve Jobs predicted iPotatoes, and we used the no new contract to express that. Okay? Known new contract. Ignore that K. Oh, watch this. Bye-bye, K. Boom. Known. Let's just erase this too. Let's do it. Known new contract. Example. Boom. Given. Be ready to practice when we see each other. Kapow!